Yes, I am filming 2 videos on the same day. My cat woke me up at 5:30 and for some reason that made me feel really productive today, and also I had a lot of thoughts about things. Hey guys! So this video I wanted to give my 2 cents on the issue of consent. Everybody's talking about this at the moment. It's a really big deal. There's a lot of campaigns going around trying to educate people about the idea of consent. It's mostly trying to prevent rape and sexual assault from occurring, and I think it's a really, really important message and a really, really important campaign, and I'm really glad that so many people are getting behind it and promoting it. The prevalence of rape and sexual assault these days is absolutely horrifying, and the fact that as women we often feel very afraid, especially when we're alone, that we're gonna get attacked by a man is just awful. We shouldn't have to live like this. Online dating is proving more and more to me that there are many men out there who cannot take no for an answer. They can't accept that some women are not interested in them. I find a lot of the time that if I turn a guy down on online dating, first he will try and convince me that I should give him a shot. Then that will turn into an argument, and then he'll get really defensive, and then he'll start attacking me personally, trying to make me feel guilty for not being interested in him, and he'll use words like bitch and prude and stuff like that to make me feel bad because I don't want to date him. Because as women, if we don't say yes to every man, we're bad people. So obviously this idea of consent and the campaign around it is extremely important, and I definitely support it. But I have seen some people promoting the campaign sort of bringing in these rules or ideas that I don't necessarily agree with. There's really only like one facet of it, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. This idea is that you always have to ask. There always has to be verbal consent, and I don't necessarily agree with this. Obviously in theory it sounds great and it seems like the right thing, but despite obviously wanting equality between the genders, I sort of like old romance. I like my partner to take the lead, whether that's a man or a woman, I don't care. I'm a little spoon kind of girl. So that's just my romantic personality, and that's what I prefer. Going with that, I love being spontaneously kissed, including a first kiss. And when I'm with a partner, I love it when they just suddenly start getting frisky. If you respond to being kissed, if you kiss them back, like willingly, or if you're fooling around and you're like giggling and making sounds of pleasure and all of that sort of stuff, I think that's consent. I don't think that every single time somebody wants to have any kind of sexual contact with you, they need to say, do you want to? And you have to say yes. I think that's a little bit rigid. Lacey Green said in her Sex Plus video about it, link up here, she said, "You know what is so deliciously hot to me? When I'm with a person I like and there's a little bit of sexual tension, and then they lean over and they're like, 'Can I kiss you?' And I think that's super cute, and that's great. I'm sure a lot of people love that." But she then went on to refer to spontaneous sexual acts as creepy, assaulty, and rapey, which obviously if they're unwanted and the person continues is true, but she just said it so generally that I have to disagree with her. A quick disclaimer, I love Lacey Green and I agree with 99% of what she has to say, and I don't think that she is wrong in her stance on consent. I'm just disagreeing with this one little point. As long as they aren't pressuring or forcing or manipulating you into the situation, I don't see that it's a problem if they don't specifically ask you for consent. It's okay to read body language and social cues to figure out what somebody wants. And if somebody kissed me and I wasn't into it, sure, it would be embarrassing, but I'm not going to get angry at them or press charges or view it as sexual assault. They just made a mistake. They read the situation wrong. That's fine. They didn't hurt me. I mean, unless it was some random dude at a nightclub, because dudes at nightclubs just don't know what boundaries are at all. That's a whole other issue. My point is, consent is extremely important and promoting the issue is extremely important, But consent doesn't always have to be a direct question and answer situation. It can be non-verbal, or it could be through sounds other than words. You don't have to be like, yes, please, carry on, thank you. And I also just want to quickly put it out there that if you're into a bit of kinky fun and you have a safe word and you trust your partner, sometimes no doesn't mean no. And that's okay. Don't let all this talk of consent make you feel bad about what you're into. I think sometimes these discussions about consent overlook quite a few things, and that is definitely one of them. So that is my 2 cents on consent. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye!